What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to J Rich Fits Lifestyle and Health Coaching Corner. We're on episode 43, and today's topic is called fat shaming versus fat concern. So, what do I mean by that? There's something out there called fat shaming. That is where you make fun of somebody because of their size and their weight and their health issues, and you pick on them. It's really negative. But then there's also fat concern, where you're talking to, when you're outwardly speaking on somebody's weight or size in more of a health area where you're more concerned health wise. So it's more of a I need to help you, let alone, or the opposite of making fun of you because you are fat. So today I'm gonna tackle that. There is a huge difference between the two. A lot of time, if you talk about anybody being fat nowadays, you're a piece of shit and people crucify you. But just know this: there's a huge difference between fat shaming and being concerned about somebody being fat or being out of shape. And we're gonna dive right into that. So first off, what is fat shaming? It is when you hate somebody or you want to belittle somebody because they're fat, they're overweight, they're out of shape. Why do people fat shame? For one, to make fun. So there's some motherfuckers out there that enjoy talking shit about people, that enjoy ruining somebody's day. And more often than not, it's because they hate something about themselves. The reason why you go out of your way to make fun of somebody or to belittle them is because there's something you really hate about yourself. But fat shaming tends to be a huge one. Everybody that's not fat at some point in their life has done this, where we've made fun of somebody for being fat, or somebody's walking slow across the street and you're like, it's your big fat ass moving across the street. It's something small. But we've all done this before. It's not something that is you're happy to do. It's just a knee-jerk reaction of you talking shit, and you have to check yourself when you do something like that. Why else do people fat shame? To hurt. You only point out somebody's big flaws that they can't control just to hurt them. So if somebody's a big fat 300-pound body, obviously they can't wake up the next day and be 150 pounds. You know it's going to be a long process. So people tend to jump all over that, hurt somebody knowing that they can't make a dramatic change right away. And it all stems, like I just said, it all stems back to the individual. The person that is making fun of these people, they have something wrong with themselves. They have a hurt inside them they can't heal. So what they want to do is lash out. And most of the time, towards the weakest person in the room. And more often than not, the weakest person in the room, emotionally, physically, is the obese human being. They're on the bottom scale of the confidence fucking spectrum. So somebody that is having their own issues will go directly after them. And then also the reason why people fat shame is, like I just said, to separate themselves. There's something wrong with me. I don't want people to pay attention or notice it. So I need everybody to pay attention to you. And I need to talk shit to you about your imperfection. So all the light is taken off of me. Most of the time, like I said, you could have ear that's bent this way, or you have big ass fucking nose, or you could have a funny walk, or you could be short. And more often than not, the thing that's televised or on TV or on movies, or that's always made fun of first, that is a huge butt of every joke, is being fat. So people will see that, and that's the weakest one in the room, so we're going to go after you and talk hella shit. So those are 3 reasons why people tend to fat shame. Is fat shaming something that's okay? I would say this: extremely heavy on the no, but with a hint of yes. What I mean by that is I do not think it's right for anybody to get joy or to build themselves up by breaking somebody down. And fat shaming's base is off of that. It's not right by any means. I'm not a fan of it. I don't really condone it. But there is a hint of yes that I think gives the person being shamed power back. If you're fat, obese, or out of shape, and there is not somebody out there talking crazy shit to you, you will never have the right motivation to make a change. If somebody's being nice to you and you're out of shape and there's, oh, it's okay, one day you'll hit the gym and one day you'll look amazing, you'll never do that. But if there is one person out there that drives on your flaws and talks shit about you being fat, you're going to have the greatest motivation, and you'll always remember that person. So the day that you do transform, the day that you do lose all that weight, you are ready for that motherfucker. You've been thinking about this motherfucker all day, every day, and he is the reason, she is the reason why you've lost all this weight. So I think heavily no in the sense of the person doing the act, but that slight yes is the person that the act is being done on. I think the yes helps you get motivated to lose that weight and prove somebody wrong. It puts a chip on your shoulder. Hopefully a chip that you don't eat, but a chip on your shoulder nonetheless to lose weight and be a better person. Without negativity, I don't think negativity is good. But without it, a lot of people don't do a lot of amazing things in history. And I think this is your history that you're writing. You need negativity to fucking pull yourself out of the mud and pull yourself out of the dirt. If somebody's being nice to you all the time about you being big or you being fat, you're never gonna fucking lose the weight. But you need that negativity. And hopefully if you're somebody that's big that's listening to this and you can remember all those fucking people, use that fuel for your positive energy to go forward and lose the weight. Not because they made fun of you, but because you realize, fuck that fucking person, and I'm gonna be here and get my health up so I'm healthier for myself. And more often than not, the cool part is you lose all the weight, you look great, you look amazing, you look strong, and that person's still a dumb piece of shit that is doing nothing for themselves. So at the end of the day, you can thank them for them being a loser and pulling you to be better than what you thought we were gonna be. Now that's the fat shaming side of it. There's not a lot of twists and turns. It's very plain and simple. It's people that are weak, that see somebody weaker and want to pounce all over them to make themselves feel better by shitting on you. Now, what is fat concern? This one has a lot of twists and turns to it. Fat concern to me is somebody either in the health profession, in the fitness profession, and a family member of yours that just has concern. No matter what anybody says, being out of shape, being fat, being obese is a disorder. It's not something, there are bigger people out there when it comes to how fat dictates how their body is. Where it's like some people can lose weight really fast, other people have a harder time when it comes to your metabolism. But being obese is not something that I think anybody should allow or accept around them, because that's the same thing and this is just my opinion, this is my view. If I'm allowing somebody to eat themselves to death, what's the difference than allowing somebody to drink themselves to death? So if somebody's an alcoholic and I do nothing and they die from that alcoholism, you are very much so at fault for never stepping in and never helping that person out. Same goes for the person that's eating themselves to death. Alcohol, cigarettes, and sugar are the three leading causes to the mass majority of death in this country and in this world. So for you to act like being fat is okay, that's you also saying cigarettes are okay. That's you also saying alcohol is okay. And more often than not, they demonize cigarettes and alcohol, as they should, but they don't demonize sugar as it should as well. And I think that fat concern is more or less me seeing an issue in you a disorder, a sickness, an illness, and me stepping in to help you get past that. Not so much to destroy you, more to build you all the way up. And I think people get confused when they hear fat concern because we're in the society where we think, or it's being projected out, that you're beautiful no matter how you look. And if you have anything to say about that, you're a bad person. Au contraire, I feel like it's, if you're not saying something, you're a horrible person because you're allowing this person to kill themselves and you're going to sit there with a smile on your face like a dumb piece of shit. Why is fat concern okay? Health first and fucking foremost. It's because I'm telling you that there's something wrong with you. There's something that's not right. And you are going to run into huge health concerns. You're going to run into diabetes. You can run into later down the line gout. You can later down the line you can get amputations because of diabetes. High blood pressure, stroke, heart attack, all premature compared to the average healthy human being. And obviously, there's outliers out there where you can look up an article and be like, guy runs 40 marathons a fucking every 10 years and he dies out of nowhere. But if we're talking about the mass percentage, if you are fat compared to you being in shape, the likelihood of you being fat and dying early from one of these diseases is a lot higher than somebody being healthy. So you're just rolling the fucking dice and people around you are allowing you to and then betting on the dice you're rolling, which isn't a good thing. You want to be able to put somebody in the best possible space they can be in and not just watch them gamble with their life. So health is huge. And like I said past, if you're somebody not paying attention to this person's health and you're just worried about their vanity happiness, because that's all it is, you're not really happy. If you're sitting there all day stuffing your face with all this bullshit, you don't feel good. I know that for a fucking fact. In my lifetime, I've eaten sugars, I've eaten fast food, I've eaten healthy food, and every fucking time, if you eat something healthy, after you feel great, you feel light. If you eat something disgusting, heavy, sugar-based, grease-based, you feel like shit. So I know if you're trying to tell me, oh, I feel great when I eat this food, it is a short-term thing because long-term, your body does not feel great and you feel real crappy. So health is huge when it comes to why somebody would have a fat concern for a friend or family member of theirs. Reality. We live in the most pussy time in history where we're worried about everybody's feelings and we're worried about everybody's emotional well-being. Fuck that shit. They both go hand in hand. Health, mental, and physical is one way. You need one to get the other. So if you're physically in a good space, then mentally you could find yourself. If you're mentally in a good space, then physically you find yourself. If you are fat, you are not physically or mentally in a good space. The same way an alcoholic or somebody that does drugs is exactly the same. They're not mentally stable because they are finding ways to kill themselves or they're looking in a mirror and they're lying to themselves, and that is a mental illness. And reality is the biggest dose that they need. They need to be hit with a reality. It's not, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're listening, it is not okay to be horribly out of shape. It is not okay to not be able to tie your shoes. It is not okay to not be able to just jump in and out of bed or go on a half-mile jog and not feel like your heart is about to blow out your chest. That shit is not okay. And if you're somebody that has either been told it's okay or you're somebody that believes it's okay, I'm going to tell you right now, you're fucking wrong. And me, the reason why I'm so adamant about it is because my whole being and my whole career is based off of health. And I've never seen any human being that has 29, 30+% body fat healthy, feeling great, loving their life. It's never that way. I also know people that are in the 3 to 4% body fat that don't like their life, aren't healthy. So it's like too much of anything can be bad for you. So believe me when I say try to get more towards the middle. Be a normal human being. Get your weight down. Get healthy. But like I said, people don't want this reality. And that's why I'm giving it. Because most of the time, whatever's going to make you better, you're not really going to want to do. Which is more easy for you to do. Sit on your fucking ass and eat a sugary or salty snack and watch TV, or get the fuck up and run a mile. Which one's going to be better for you? Consistently running that mile is going to get your blood pressure down. It is going to help you lose weight. It's going to help blood flow through your arteries. You're going to be a better human being. It also has endorphins rush through your body so you think better. Sitting on the TV is going to rot your brain, get you fatter. Fucking your blood's not pumping, it's not flowing, your brain's not working, you're turning your brain off. So let's have this argument. If anybody here listening thinks that I'm wrong, feel free to hit me up on all my outreaches and when it comes to social media, and let's have that argument, because you'll lose every fucking time. So reality is a big one. People need more doses of it, and they need less bullshit. They don't need you to pander to them or pat their ass. They need you to kick them in the ass and then give them a hug once they get to the fucking finish line. And then that's where it leads into concern. I'm that passionate about it because I'm that concerned about it. I know how hard it is because I've had clients that are extremely out of shape. I had one client of mine, and I talk about him every once in a while. His name's Andrew. When he came to me, he was 5'7", 5'6", 250 pounds. Not buff by any means. 250 pounds of excess weight. On every heart medication. He was in his mid-40s or young 40s at the time. Because he heard enough shit from enough people, got a hold of me, and I pushed him and held him to a certain standard when he'd work out, he later flipped it, started cycling, now is 163 pounds, almost lost 100 pounds through this journey, and is a semi-pro cyclist and cycles hundreds of miles per week. How does somebody like this flip that in their mid-40s? Everybody has every excuse of why they can't do it. This guy in his mid-40s said enough is enough. Got off all, once he lost the weight, got off all the hard meds. He's extremely athletic, extremely cardiovascular. He probably got better cardiovascular endurance than I do. Why is it that he was able to do this and the majority of people can't? It's because not only were people around him concerned, but he finally got concerned for himself. Most people that are eating this way, they don't think about themselves in the long play. They only think of themselves in the now, and the short enjoyment now, but they don't think about the long play. My client Andrew saw the long play and realized he was not going to make it to his 60th birthday if he kept going on the path he was going. Probably wouldn't even made it to his 50th birthday. But now, with this new adopted lifestyle that is now taking over his life, he is the healthiest he's ever been in his life and loves life more now than he did back then. And that's the whole objective. You don't need to love life a million, trillion fucking times more than ever, but just if you like it a little bit more than how it used to be, then you're doing absolutely fine. And then the last one is why fat concern is so vital is truth. You get lied to. Your friends are lying to you. Your family's lying to you. You're lying to yourself, which is not a healthy thought process, that this is okay. Once again, this isn't okay. You need to wake the fuck up now and realize you're not living a healthy lifestyle. And what happens too in your brain is you start hating everybody else. Now, I'm a big body that doesn't like how I look. So now I hate the look that I want to be, and I'll do anything not to do that. So I hate how the fitness chick looks or the fitness guy looks or being healthy feels and looks. So I'm going to push all the way away from it and use them as my crutch to why I can't be in shape. Instead of you having concern and concern turns into truth, you sit down with yourself, I need to make a change today, and you just go forward with it. My client Andrew did that. He had real truth with himself and pushed through and became a better person. I promise you, 1,000 times out of 1,000, if you could sit down with yourself and have this real truth and push through, what you find at the end of the finish line is the greatest thing that you'll ever do. You'll be healthier. You'll think better. You'll feel better. You'll meet people. You'll get better job opportunities. Try it. See if I'm lying. Every other time I've been doing this job for 10 years, anytime somebody's done that, life has been amazing. Anytime they go the other way, life is very hard. Sucks even more depressed. They fall further down the rabbit hole. So it's just, if you think I'm talking shit, prove me wrong by trying it. And then when you try it, prove me even more wrong saying you enjoy where you're at. But if you try it and you enjoy it, thank me, because I'm just trying to push you towards that goal, that ending. It's a better ending. And then we're going to get into my favorite new segment of this podcast, which is called Pump It or Dump It. Pump it meaning lifting that weight, or dump me and drop that shit and go on to the next station. So these are little questions, or sometimes they're little statements that either I pump, meaning I fuck with, or I dump, meaning I don't fuck with that and I drop it and I leave it and it's just not my thing. The first one is, when people say you look good the way you are, girl, pump it or dump it. Fucking dump the shit out of that. Like I said, that human being that is always pumping you, and we hear it all the time. Oh, girl, big is beautiful, and you look great the way you are. Don't let nobody hold you down. Hell no. That person is a devil in disguise. They either love that you're fat because when y'all go out, you're the big fat friend, and they're the hot one next to you, so they get more attention than you do. Women, you guys do this shit all day, every day. Fellas, not so much. I don't know any fellas that do this shit. But women, y'all do it all day. Stack up some ugly girls, some fat girls, some girls that walk a little funny next to you and your average fucking ass, and make you look like a 10. Ladies, if you're this fat girl that they're using to their advantage and they're telling you you look great, that's not your friend. That person is trying to use you to get something out of it. You need to get more people around you that are like, hey girl, let's go to the fucking gym. Or hey girl, let's do this new Jake Shakes so I can lose some fucking weight. Somebody that wants to be more positive and more concerned about you and your health, and not just have fun all the time and not just use you to their own advantage. So I would say dump the shit out of that statement. I can't stand when women do that. 2, hating someone because of their size. Once again, dump that. You should never project hate onto anybody that doesn't deserve it. If you, let's just keep it real. You could be skinny, fat, tall, short, whatever. If you're a dick or you're a piece of shit, yes, you deserve to get hated on, no matter what your size is, whatever. If you're a nice person, you should be treated as a nice person, no matter what your size is. So if you're a big body, you're a skinny body, you're a tall body, short body, nobody should judge you for your flaws. They should only hate you for your character. So I would say hating on somebody strictly off their size, dump that shit. 3, not saying someone is unhealthy because I don't want to hurt their feelings. Once again, this is 3 for 3. Dump that shit. If you are not speaking up because you want to be liked, or you are not speaking up because you just want to fit in, you're not doing anybody any type of service. You're really just hurting people. So if you really value yourself as a good friend, or you value the people around you as friends, and you guys are agreeing on everything, you guys are a bunch of fake fucking friends, and the longevity of your friendship isn't going to be that long. It's going to be very short. Have hard conversations with your friends. Get on the same page. Or realize that you guys are on different pages in one category, but you could be on the basis page more often than not. But for you to not help a friend out in need, if it came to obesity, drugs, fucking, you could be working out too much, anything in excess, anything in extreme, if you find like there's a concern and you don't at least speak on it or touch on it, you're a bad friend. And I say dump your friendship dump your mindset and dump your fucking ass. Number 4, allowing people to settle for average. Dump that shit as well. It's 4 dumps in a row. Looks like there's a bunch of shit piling in here. Everything's dumping. But yeah, allowing people to settle for average, can't do it. Me, myself, I've never been that type. I want to elevate everybody around me. And if you are not elevating around me, get the fuck out the way. I have dropped family members. I have dropped friends. Because if I feel like I'm going at a certain pace and you can't keep up, and I'm giving you opportunities, I'm not going to just leave you. I'll give you opportunity to catch up. And if you really don't want to and you're fighting me tooth and nail, I will leave you like that because I have no room for it. You need to do 3 things for me to have me keep you around. Make me laugh, make me think, or motivate me. Those 3 things right there. Motivate me, make me think, make me laugh. If you're not doing those, you're not doing anything positive in my life. And I have a lot of friends and some family members that are like that, where they don't want to elevate. And these people that are very much so out of shape, you have stopped elevating at a very early stage. You quit on a lot of things. And if you're fat, you are, in a lot of portions of your life, a quitter. When times get tough, you will quit because your body of work is showing me that. Your body of work and who you are resonates extremely loud. If you notice, everybody that at one point is big, their big goal is to be in shape. Is being in shape the end all be all and the fucking answer to all your questions in life? Hell no. The answers to all your questions in life are here and here. If you can take care of your mind and you can take care of your heart, everything else will fall into place. But when you do take care of your mind and heart, the first thing that falls into place is your health, because now you care about yourself. Now you want to stay on this planet longer and you want to spread the information and the positive thought process that you have. If you are average, that's not happening. If you are below average, that's really not happening. And what you're doing is the complete opposite. You're trying to pull people down. And with that being said, I want to tackle this one little portion. There are a lot of people out there that do amazing things with their weight loss journey. But your journey never ends, and you should not rest on past accomplishments. It's weird. In society, we don't allow our top athletes to rest on past accomplishments. When you talk about LeBron James, or you talk about Russell Wilson, or you talk about any high-end athlete, whatever you did yesterday, that's gone. But when we have out of shape, fat, obese individuals, we praise them for them taking half-naked pictures. We praise them for reposting old pictures of when they were in shape and now they're kind of out of shape and then they're back in shape. And it's like, why is the standard not as high? We should hold everybody to the same standard. You don't have to win an NBA championship for me to validate your standard. I'm just saying, when you lose that weight and you're in a position that you like being in, but it's not the exact position, I won't hold you to a standard of not being happy, not being satisfied, and going and getting the fucking look that you want or being the person that you want to be. We need to stop settling for average or settling for okay. In life is short. It is gone like that. Why would you not want to work on being the best you could possibly be? And why would you not want people around you that want you to be the best you can possibly be? If you want me to be average, or if you're okay because I'm okay where I'm at, then you're a dumb shit and I'm a dumb shit. And either you slap me or I slap you, so we can wake the fuck up and be better people. Or get rid of those people. You don't need people that are okay with average. Like I said, I'm not that way. That's why I get rid of people quick when I feel like they're not that way. Very cutthroat mindset to have, because everybody wants to be liked, but I don't really give a shit about being liked. I give a shit about making myself better, and with that, making the people around me better by leading by example. If I'm somebody that's out of shape, obese, not really reaching my potential, I'm not leading by example, and I'm a hypocrite if I'm telling anybody anything different. With that being said, I hope somebody is listening to this and this wakes them the fuck up, or they're listening to this and they know somebody that needs to be woken the fuck up, and then show it to them. That's all I do this for. I do this to help people get in better shape, get healthier, but then hear a real dose of reality and wake the fuck up out of this fantasy land of social media and TV, and know that it's not okay. You can do better. You must do better. And with that being said, that's the end of this podcast. If you need something that will help you be better, my company, Jake Shakes, is a 100% USDA organic holistic smoothie that you make at home. It has all the good minerals and nutrients, vitamins, fruits that help when it comes to a meal replacement for either breakfast or lunch. Taking that fills you up, breaks down all the waste in your intestine, in your system, flushes it all out, takes bloatedness away, gives you great energy, and makes you a better thinking human being. And that's the whole idea of all this is be better and think better. So with that being said, if you need that, get a hold of my social media, jrich.fit. You can get my information from there as well. Have a great day. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. Peace.